founder and CEO of Asia Coaching Training, trainer and consultant with Edu Institute of Chinese Cultural, and have read hundreds of numbers since 2019 with average accuracy of 70% to 90%. Created all the English material in the PowerPoint slides and courses. A bilingual trainer speaker. They help people change their number in spaces as far as New Zealand, UK, Mauritius, Luxembourg, and China. Lastly, encourage us together. I welcome Teacher Andy. Teacher Andy.
Thank you, Jean. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Today we have people from Singapore and Malaysia, right? Gabriel from Malaysia. And then Stewart must be from Singapore. So today we are talking about wealth and success with the right numbers. And through your mobile number, we can tell 6 areas of your life, your past, present, and future. This is called Yin Yang Digital Energetics. And you can also learn this. This is our company's name, Edu413. You can go to the website and see many information in both English and Chinese. And you can also learn this subject. We have a 2 days class coming end of the month, 29th and 30th of October. After the 2 days class, you'll be able to profile anybody with just their mobile number. So imagine this skill that you have when you go to a networking or any dinner, you can actually become a very popular person because now you can actually tell a person and yeah, they'll be very surprised that you know so many things about them, right? So we call this Yin Yang Digital Energetics, and Teacher Lee is the person that started this. And she's also our teacher. You can call her Teacher Lee, Master Lee, or whatever. Important thing is that she's the one that designed the mobile number for people based on the 八字. 八字 means your 8 characters based on your year, month, day, and time of birth, with more weightage given to the day of birth. And from each of these 4 things, there are 2 characters, 2个字 for each of them. So together they are 八字, right? So from here, she can compute your 八字 and see what are you lacking of, and she will find the complementary energies from the numbers. And in this case, it's mobile number. So this is something that we have been doing for quite a while. In fact, this Zoom seminar that you're watching right now has been going on since April the 8th, 2020. So already 2.5 years into the road. Every Tuesday afternoon without fail, and Saturday afternoon, this is where we will be listening to the Zoom seminar. There will also be some people who will come down to the shop to do the on-site hearing. And Teacher Lee, her party reading is accurate because she learned it from Master Ho Yiming, who is very famous because of able to accurately predict the fire in CCTV tower in Beijing. So he's also a very famous feng shui master. Teacher Lee is also using the feng shui methods by him. So if you want to get your house feng shui read, you can arrange with us. We will arrange for you a short online free feng shui viewing. Online free feng shui viewing, and you can actually know your house whether it is good or no good. And Teacher Lee, she has some accolades like this Toei Experts Award, and also featured in the government stamp. This book, Rising Power, 100 Outstanding Chinese, including people like Ren Zhenfei from the Huawei Group, right? And also Pony Ma from the Tencent Group. And these are all included inside some politicians from various countries like Vietnam, Korea, etc. So Teacher Lee is also featured inside there, and they feature her for this Yin Yang Digital Energetics and the Feng Shui. Just now, the video interview you saw was the one that done this year, 26 minutes long video interview between CCTV and Teacher Lee, in commemorate with the 30th anniversary of ASEAN. So they interviewed 30 people, only 30 people. And Teacher Lee talked about feng shui and the numerology. And also inside the program, she actually guessed that the MC has certain numbers in her mobile number, and the MC say it was quite accurate. So 6 areas of life that we can see, not just your personality, but also your relationship, your career, what type of career you're suitable to be in, and whether you have money, no money. Of course, we talk about wealth. Wealth is beyond money. And lastly, these things, benefactors, people that can help you in your life. So in Chinese, we call it 贵人. In English, the correct translation is benefactors and not nobles men. If you go to Google, Google will give you 贵人 as nobles men, which is not correct. That's actually 贵族. So obviously, Google cannot distinguish between 贵人 and 贵族. So we say that if you are able to make the right choice in your life, you're able to get things that you want. For example, we choose our mobile phone, right? And then did we also choose our mobile number? Maybe we do. Maybe it's out of no choice. Whatever the case is, whether something that we choose or do not choose, whether we acquire it by birth or we acquire it later on, definitely that thing will affect us, correct? For example, you are born as an Indian, but from young you acquired the food of Malay food. You go to Islamic mosque, and then you are considered a Malay as you grow up. Then you qualify to be Singapore's president, right? So I'm talking about Halimah Yacob. So by birth she's an Indian, but by choice she's a Malay. So you could be born as an Indian, but the environment yours is a Malay. In the end, you become a Malay, correct? This is how our law recognizes it. So same as the mobile phone. By choice, by birth, you don't have a mobile phone, but later on, you go and take a mobile phone, you go and take a mobile number. So that will, of course, affect you. Just like the clothes I wear affects me as well, right? Whether I wear it by choice or not by choice. If I'm a bus driver, I wear the uniform of the bus driver, right? So that uniform definitely will affect me, right? Versus I wear the uniform of a policeman. So imagine if the bus driver wears the uniform of a policeman, what would you think? Right? Definitely you'll be affected. That you'll be see the bus driver, you'll be a bit alarmed, right? So whatever we do, there's such thing called energy. So your mobile number definitely has energy. So the whole thing we talk about today is all based on I Ching, and I Ching is all based on the Hou Tian Pa Gua. That means the subsequent Pa Gua. And of course, it's also based on this thing called the law of large numbers, meaning that there's no 100%. And the highest accuracy you can get is 70, 80, maybe 90%. So if anybody come and tell you there's 100%, so either the guy is lying or the guy is actually don't know what he's talking about. There's simply no 100% in anything in the world, right? There's no 100% white, there's no 100% black, right? No vaccine can be 100%, maybe 0.0001%, that is a failure rate. And some people say it's very low, but it's not whether high or low, it's that there is a failure rate, 0.001%. And by chance, if you happen to be that, then of course it will affect you. So here we don't go and tell people it's 100%. And important thing is basically it gives you a guide. You can treat this as a compass. You can treat this as a risk analysis report. It's all about big data. We got a lot of data, a lot of certificate numbers, but all these certificate numbers cannot change, right? We also have our house number. We don't like it, we can change by moving house. You cannot change address in Singapore unless the government allows you. And that's for exceptional reason. You must pay a lot of money. Like UOB Plaza used to be #1 Bonham Street, right? But UOB applied it to be number 80 Raffles Place, 80 Raffles Place. It was actually Bonham Street because it's actually a very small street called Bonham Street, right? And then, but you pay enough money, become Raffles Place, right? So the number that car number you can change easily in Singapore. You just pay $1,000 plus $300 to LTA. You can change to any number that you want. It's called bidding. You have to bid for the number. So if somebody bid higher than you, then you have to pay higher, right? And no matter what, the number that's easiest to change, fastest to change, and lowest cost to change is actually our mobile number. How easy to change a mobile number? But just walk to a telco shop, and then after you take your queue number, then basically you can change a number already. And the cost is very, very low or almost none, right? At the fee charged by the telco is almost none. And interesting enough, that the number that affects us the most is our mobile number, because we use our mobile phone 24/7. We simply cannot live without the mobile phones. We use it for a wide range of users, whether it's for work, entertainment, or for business, or for payment, for finance. So much so that what is the first thing we see in the morning when we wake up?
Mobile phone.
And what's the last thing we see at night before we sleep?
Also mobile phone.
Also mobile phone, right? We see so often, and the number, of course, the mobile phone identifies the user by the mobile number, not by email, not by the ID, right? The moment you get a mobile phone, you switch on, they ask you to put in the SIM card. If not, then this just becomes a computer, right? Without a SIM card. SIM card, of course, has the mobile number. So we are moving towards eSIM. There's no SIM card. Some of the phones already come with eSIM, but then there is still a mobile number, right? And then we join many group chats, and then at night, maybe you switch off your phone, but your mobile number is still being used because people do send messages in group chats, right? And then how do they identify you in the group chat? By your mobile number. So in that sense, our mobile number is used several times an hour. So is used much more than your IC number. IC number, maybe, I don't know how often you use your IC number, maybe several times a week. That's about all, right? So if you so much, it definitely affects us. And people were wondering, can I become richer if I get a good mobile number? Then we say, of course, that is possible. If you got a good clothing, good career, good job, good looks, definitely you can earn more money. But looking at your mobile number, first thing to have is to make sure there is no wealth leakage. If you have wealth leakage, then you find it hard to earn money, hard to keep money. Wealth leakages are usually in the form of the ending digit, 1 or 2 digits. And usually, if it ends with 0, then it is a wealth leakage. Huh? I think we have one person that ends with 0 today. Okay, never mind. Huh? Later, we'll analyze everybody's number. So the key thing is that this whole thing is based on verification. So meaning that when I analyze a number, you can verify, right? So you don't have to believe me. You just have to believe your own verification. Huh? So based on that, this is not blind faith. This is not superstition. This is verification. Some people call it, this could be science. It's possible, right? So it's based on the simple understanding everything as energy, and numbers definitely is a form of language. It carries energy, and this magnetic fields you cannot see, but you can feel it, right? That's like you cannot see the Wi-Fi. You cannot ask Singtel, please show me the Wi-Fi signal. Singtel will say, open up your computer, go and post something on Facebook, and then you see how fast it goes. But how do you measure? You have to use a program to measure it, right? So energy, magnetic field definitely has energy. You want to measure energy, you need to carry a certain gadget. They actually have that in the crystal shop. When the guy wants to sell you an expensive crystal, they tell you this is very high energy, then he use a gadget to prove it to you, right? But for mobile number, well, you use it, you can actually prove it yourself, right? So we call this holding yin-yang digital energetics, and it's based on the I Ching concepts. So I Ching has many concepts, among which we have the yin-yang, we also have the Bagua, we also have the 5 elements. These 5 elements govern the entire universe, whether it's our human body, whether it's music. Chinese music only has 5 tones, right? In case you are not aware of. So I learned guzheng. Guzheng only has 5 tones, but they are able to play the 6th tone by doing something. So Chinese said there are only 5 colors, so 5 types of flowers, right? So Chinese, everything based on 555, 五花八门, everything 555. So these 5 elements, the Indians also have it, but they have air instead of matter. So the Chinese have these 5 elements: soil, metal, water, wood, and fire. And you don't like the word soil, you can call it earth. I call it soil because it's shorter by 1 letter, right? Earth is 5 letters. I shortcut a bit. So the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 also has the 5 elements and the yin-yang. So notice 0 and 5 do not belong to the groupings. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the Chinese like to look at numbers in pairs. We pair up the number, for example, 1 and 8. That's many people's favorite, right? They say, I like 18, 18, 18, 1, 8. Hotel 81. One look at the number Hotel 81, you know this is a night hotel. You know this is a hotel for the ladies of the night, for the prostitutes. Because this number 81 is actually called Wu Gui. Wu Gui, that means 5 ghosts, right? So this is definitely not a hotel that you put your trainers there. Let's say your invited guest trainer or trainees there. Definitely this is not the hotel that F1 guests stay, right? Hotel 81. 81 is actually 5 ghosts because the digit 8 is soil and the digit 1 is water. So 81, soil, water. Soil kills water. So it is in a killing relationship or countering relationship. So definitely 81 is actually a negative number. Similar goes for the 18 as well. So this is how we actually analyze the numbers, because your mobile phone number has 7 pairs of numbers maximum, minimum 1 pair. So positive, negative, you analyze from here, then you got the front and back. It can go rather complex, but today it's not that difficult also. It's comparatively much easier than you look at 八字 fortune telling. So this whole thing has been done a lot of studies. In fact, every day we are analyzing numbers. In fact, we have formally studied more than 70,000 numbers over 10 years and revealed to us a conclusion that your mobile number has a direct impact on your life, whether you know or do not know. And you can prove it with experiments. Now, ladies and gentlemen, and no lady, right? Only one It looks like today all men. Huh? Okay. And then 413 and 218 orange. Which orange do you prefer? Let me ask Gabriel. Gabriel from BNI Malaysia. Oh, okay. Gabriel, which one do you prefer? If you prefer 413, you can raise your hand. Oh, he's on the phone. No wonder the hand is raised when talking on the phone. Okay, so 218, I don't know. Duke prefers 218 or not? I don't know. Oh, 218, huh? So let's see what happened to the 218 orange after 9 days. And you realize that 218 orange is rotten. 413 is still quite okay. Yeah, so some people say, does it mean 218 is negative? Well, action speaks louder than words. Result speaks louder than action. You can do the pair experiment and you come to a similar answer. The 218 pair is rotten inside at the core. Huh? You can do the rice experiment from the same rice, put the two bowls, and you write different numbers. So this one on the left is her late mother's number, and this one on the right is her new mobile number as designed by Teacher Lee. And after 9 days, you see this rice a little bit not so good, right? So if you don't believe me, you can do this experiment on your own. And some people say, there's a zero inside here. So does the zero make the rice not so good? Well, experiments show that 20, the rice is a bit black. 40 is totally black. Huh? So generally speaking, 0 is actually no good in general, right? In general, of course, there are exceptions. Because if you base on eating, so basically eating has no 100%. But generally speaking, 0 is no good. And the people who have 0 in their mobile number, of course, they're able to tell you whether good or no good, right? And if you write 11314 on the orange, you find that it's actually more fresh compared to this one, right? 1314 is Isan. It actually means this life and forever. It's actually like a love message that people send to their loved ones. And Teacher Lee picked 3 apples, not so good. She wrote her mobile number there, and they are still quite intact after 15 days. Whereas the top right, she wrote 812. The apple is a bit black, crumpled, and soft. This pomelo has a nice mobile number written. There's a growth of it is sprouts, you know. And then, I mean, there's still growth. Huh? And then imagine you were to use such a nice number and you still have growth. What does growth mean for a human being? Can we grow taller, bigger? I think for an adult to grow bigger, that means grow fatter. Adults cannot grow taller, can only grow shorter. You look at the Queen Elizabeth, she looks short today, right? But you look at her when she was 20-something years old, very tall, elegant, slim lady today, different, right? So anyway, it's a nice mobile number. You can grow, we can grow wiser, grow richer, grow in network, growth in wisdom, right? Growth in wisdom. Huh? So with that, people say, oh, numbers have energy. So the question is, how's my own mobile number? Is it giving me good or bad energy? You can take a piece of paper and write your number on the paper. I will now share with you the method for reading your own mobile number. This method is the same for reading any number in the world. You can read today's date. So today is 0410, right? Or 1004 also can, right? Or you can also read a pricing. You can read a registration number. So pricing for you realize that they like to use certain digits for the pricing. So this is an example of a fake mobile number. And just now I mentioned that there is no pairing, no grouping for the digits 0 and 5. Not to say that 0 and 5 have no meanings, but 0 and 5, the meanings are actually more complex because they are dependent on the digit in front and behind. So to simplify matters in today's short seminar, anyway, if you want to learn why 0 and 5 didn't come for the full 2 days class, in today's short seminar, we just skip the 0 and 5 as though they do not exist. Then the next step is to pair up the numbers, first and second and third. Important thing to have overlapping and ignore any repeating numbers. So first pair is 8, 7. Second pair, you overlap the 7, becomes 7, 3. Not 7, 0, because 0 you skip, right? After that, you overlap the 3. You don't overlap the 0, because 0 in front has no meaning, right? 0 is an interesting digit. Right at the start, it has no meaning. Right? All other digits right at the start, I mean, at the beginning, they have some meaning. After that is 3, 6, not 3, 5, because 5 will skip. After that, 6, 2, and the last one, 2, 1. So this 8-digit number has 5 pairs of numbers. And how many pairs of numbers do you have? And after you pair up the numbers, there are total 8 groups of numbers. Today, we shall look at 3 groups. The first group are these numbers. They must be together. They are 1, 2, 9, 6, 4, 8, 7, 3. And the reverse, these numbers, you can have iteration, repetition. 1, 2, 2, 1, 5 is the same as 1, 2, right? Because I said that you just ignore the repeating numbers, you just omit the 0 and 5. So it does not matter how you iterate this whole thing. This whole set of numbers, we call it 绝命 or take life numbers. Do you have such numbers? Let me see. Jude does not have. Oh, Jude got 9, 6. And then Gabriel don't have. Gabriel don't have. I'm not sure about Stewart, whether have or don't have. But anyway, today you learn this. Maybe you can look at your friends or family members' numbers. Jianming, some people say sounds not very good. So Jianming, understand that it is yin yang. If it's bad, it also has the good things. So, but as a whole, it is more negative than positive. For Jude, the starting, so the impact is a bit less. Impact a bit less. So, but maybe Jude will like this description to fit him. I say, very trustworthy. Yeah, trusting, kind, helpful. Because his is at the front, so it doesn't mean so much, all these things. I say value affection, and then do things very responsible, go all the way, and it's quite an independent worker also, right? Gullible, that means can be cheated easily. Not sure whether Jude got cheated easily or not. The next question, cheated by men or cheated by women? Question. Okay, so today no ladies. Sometimes got ladies in the class, I will tease them. Because the ladies say, I always get cheated by men. I say, oh, you cheated of money or love. The woman say, no money, cheated of love, is it? Okay, the money seems to get stuck, not so easily. The cash flow not so good, and it says here it's a bit hot-tempered, so not so conducive to marriage and relationship. So prolonged use will lead to issues like the liver, kidney, diabetes, and all those things. So no benefactors just for this number, because you have other numbers, so that's why this may not be the reading, but now we are just explaining what is take life. And there are people that have their numbers, nothing but all take life numbers. There are such cases. So this guy is nothing but 9, 6, got 5, and repeating here and there. So basically, we told him that you cannot hold on to money, and he quickly changed the number. And this one has too many plus a 0, not so good, so leads to some cancer here and there, right? Yeah, these are further examples of people having cancer and they have those take life numbers. These are actual people who already changed their numbers. And some of them are changed by their family members because they are too ill already, right? The numbers in red all take life numbers. And if it is a car plate number, it tends to be also more accident prone, like these type of numbers. And if it's an aeroplane, then it's more disaster prone. Aeroplane cannot have accident. Accident means in the airport. Aeroplane only can have disaster because anything in the air, you cannot have accident. You hit the bird, that's not accident. So this MH370 is take life plus 0. 0 means disappeared. So this plane lost and disappeared, cannot be found. And very recent this year is a China Eastern. The model of the plane is 737. 737, 73 and 37. So it's double take life. So Boeing 737 has the most air disasters according to research. You can say it's coincidence, whatever you can say. Hey. But then the point is that if it's a date, you also tend to have some incidents. But again, no 100%. Like this 21st of January, this is calendar snowstorm. And last year, 1st of February, is a very obvious take life date. So as for today is not Tick Life. The next Tick Life date for October will be the 12th, followed by 21st. When it comes to the month of December, the entire month is Tick Life because the December is 1-2, right? So generally speaking, the Tick Life dates will have more incidents. This is a Singapore disaster chart, and most of the serial sum happen on the Tick Life dates. So if you want to have some celebration on Tick Life date, then we can say you try to avoid it. Like if not, then you choose the good timing. So within 24 hours, there are some good timing that you can stick to. Like the time that we start the seminar today is also good timing. And I shall make sure I end at a good timing as well. So this is the first group of numbers called Tick Life. The next group will be the smart people. These are the numbers 1, 8, 9, 7, 6, 3, 4, 2. And the reverse, these numbers, we call them 五鬼 or 5 ghosts. So from the name, you can tell it's 5 ghosts. Then people ask me, which are the 5 ghosts? Again, this is just a description. It doesn't mean there are 5. When the Chinese use the 5 wu, it actually simply means many. Many. Because Chinese only count to 3, actually. Chinese don't count beyond 3. So when you say 5, it's actually quite a lot. So on the other hand, when you say 7 and 8, it's actually not too many. I mean, you find it a bit hard to understand. That's how the Chinese speak. When you say, have you done the work? I say, chi chi pa pa, that means never do much, right? So anyway, you have 5 goals. If you have, let me see, Gabriel has many 5 goals. Oh, at the end, 4242. Very intelligent. So anything we don't know, we ask Gabriel. So looks like Jude don't have, Oh, Jude got to borrow the intelligence from Gabriel. Okay, these 5 goals are very smart, lots of ideas and innovative, creative. Is it true, Gabriel? What trade are you doing? Are you doing some design trade or something?
I do a lot of investment banking and finance. Yeah.
Okay, definitely you need a lot of planning, strategy, and also a lot of overseas, during overseas, investment during overseas. So 5 goals is very good in overseas. They are also quite fast in learning and like new things. Don't like things to be the same. So definitely investment banking, wow, you need to be very alert because the markets happen very fast. Like recently, it's nothing but go down. But if you are smart, maybe you can make money. So it says some hidden wealth here and there. Money comes fast, but go faster also. Don't know if that's true or not for Gabriel. It's a night owl, tend to sleep late. And if sleep late too often and go out to play, then maybe it can lead to some married men. Maybe for married men, it lead to some extramarital affairs. Sleep late too much will lead to health issue like high blood pressure and stroke, that kind of blood issues, heart issues. No benefactors because 5 goals is very intelligent. No need benefactors. So we have some case studies here. This one with 5 goals is 0 inside, tend to have some illness here and there. Yeah, these are further examples. So 5 goals at the end not so good. So Gabriel got 3, not 1, 3. And this one ending in 977, 5 goals. 977 means 97 continue. So that means there are more than 2. And the person already passed away, but the daughter continued using the number. And we told the daughter not to use, but the daughter said young people don't believe in such things. And one day the daughter was hospitalized and the mother, Yalana, has to come and change the mobile number for her. If you happen to have both 5 goals and Tick Life together in one number, it is worse for health. So I think looks like Gabriel don't have together. He only has 5 goals, no Tick Life. So these are the people who already got the cancer and their family members change for them. The 5 goals numbers are in red. 5 goals means uncertainty. It can mean instability. So it can actually cause some surprises. It can be positive or negative surprises. Singapore number one killer is cancer, in case you wonder, right? Number two is pneumonia. COVID is actually part pneumonia. And those nitric gas usually have 5 ghost numbers. Nitric gas, maybe the guys are familiar, I don't know. People like Gabriel, Stewart, yeah, familiar? Have you seen such name card suppliers before? I thought Dude just came back from Vietnam, is it? Vietnam very clean, how different, huh? Correct, how Dude just came back from Vietnam, huh? Ho Chi Minh City, huh? I'll be going in November. Air ticket already bought already. I saw his Facebook post that he went to Vietnam, huh?
Went Ha Long Bay.
Oh, Ha Long Bay for tour.
Yeah, that one water. Totally water, nobody there.
Nobody. Okay. Anyway, Vietnam is not Thailand, very clean. So if it's a date, 5 ghosts tend to have some incidents. This is the Ukraine invaded on 24th of Feb. That's double 5 ghosts. Until today, the war is still going on, right? And last year, 22nd of April, is also a 5 ghost date. This submarine with the number 402, that means 5 goes with 0. With 0 can mean that some incident, some accident. So this submarine, for no reason, just sank in Singapore coast, and 53 people passed away. Right? And Dr. Mahathir resigned on 24th of Feb. So anyway, election is coming soon in December, right? And that's during the monsoon period. Oh my goodness. They just met, and then they met in Parliament. And Mahathir said that he's coming back. Coming back home, dear. He coming back, he's going to no, unlikely he can come back. I mean, anyone can come back, anyone can say anything. Whether can he be the PM? I doubt very much. Right now, the whole thing is UMNO control, right? Actually, they're all from UMNO. Malaysia, all from UMNO, no other party. Singapore opposition all on their own. They're not from the PAP. There's something different in Singapore. The opposition are all nobody, they start on their own. They're not from a PAP. PAP never split. The first time PAP split was in 1961, split into Barisan Socialists and PAP. Right? And later on, the Barisan Socialists became communists and ended up in prison, right? So PAP has never split before. They just resign, that's it. They don't go form a political party. And 5 ghost number for car plates tend to mirror some incidents, right? With 0 would be worse, right? Okay, so now we look at 2 sets of negative numbers. The next one is positive, and these are the leaders numbers. They are the 198743 and 26, and the reverse. We call this Yan Yan or life leading numbers. So leading, can see the word leading. You're actually leading life, leading other people. These are the leaders numbers. See who got. It looks like today nobody leaders. We are all followers today. It's okay to be followers. I don't know what's the number of Stewart Wong. Stewart, if you want me to analyze a number, you can type in the Zoom chat room, and then just for privacy, just send to me, and also can. But maybe your family members have this, or maybe your boss has this number, and it's a very strong personality, right? And quite a high position, certain position. The time I look at a number of a person, and then they asked me to analyze this number. I said this person has a leader's number. Then they told me this one is a cleaner. I said cleaner also leader, right? Cleaner decide when you can go toilet. By washing the toilet longer for 1 minute, you cannot go. Hey, every time before I want to start seminar and go toilet, usually the toilet cleaning. I don't know why. They like to clean the toilet before 2 o'clock. I don't know why. So in that sense, cleaners are leaders. And it's quite stubborn and not easily to be convinced because they have very strong opinion about everything. They could be the leaders of leaders. So they work very hard, but somehow the income is not very proportionate to the efforts put in. And usually some professional specialist role. So for example, just now, Gabriel is investment banking. Gabriel is looking for some partners or employees to look at the finance, analyze the figures. You need to look for those people with these numbers. That means they're very professional, very serious. So, okay, Gabriel, how you know? When you hire people to do accounting, all this, you must look for people with these numbers. Don't look for people with the 5 goals. The 5 goals, they will tend to twist here and there. Look for people very serious, very strict, very strict one. You can say they are inflexible. So they tend to be all those high expectations, high standards, and tend to overwork. Overwork will have some issues like stiff neck, body aches, insomnia, and some reproductive system issue. No benefactors because this one is more a self-made person. The last line is interesting. It says that women having 1, 9, or 7, 8 is no good. So maybe you look at your aged parents, those women, see whether do they have these numbers. If they have, then maybe you can let them know it's not so good for the health, especially the 9-1. So those ladies that are single, usually no boyfriend, usually also have 9-1 in the numbers. So in fact, so much that the 9-1, 901 tend to be no good for the marriage also, will tend to curse the man. Okay, so we have seen 3 sets of numbers. The people are curious, what are those auspicious numbers that can help me make money? People in Singapore are interested in make money. Don't talk to me long theories, right? So I'll share with you what are these auspicious numbers. So now let's take the chance to analyze people's numbers. Right, only 3%. Yeah, because working day lah. So Tuesday working day normally less people. So okay, so let me analyze. Okay, Jude's number lah, So we'll hide 1 digit lah, in case later on, got hide 2 digits, so never mind lah, so in case later got people do telemarketing on Jude, so don't have lah, hide 2 digits unless the fella go guess. Okay, this one you can say that you can see that this person is quite got many friends, and also good in networking. I'm looking at the numbers, and can be considered as quite flexible in many trades. Can do many trades. Of course, can be own boss or boss number 2 person. Number 2 person actually make big money before. Is it correct? You make that big money? So
lost money also. That's why they told me that I need to change my last digit 0. So, but I'm trying to figure out, can I just change 1 digit or not for the handphone?
Well, that's a very good question. Okay, if you just change 1 digit, again, we are talking about a total change. Total change is basically the best. I mean, you can change a little bit also can. But then if you were to ask me, then the best is to look at your 八字 to see what are you shortage of, and then look for those complementary energies in the mobile number. That will be better because your mobile number is used 24/7, so this actually will complement your energy. All these things then got to get the expert to do lah. If you change 1 digit, then you are still not sure whether it fits your 八字, and secondly, you still need some other things. So
that's why, Andy, I'm more familiar with you. That's why I'm asking you.
Okay, yeah.
The other time when I went for those, Singapore Exhibition Hall, they also got this. When they sell crystal, they ask you to look at your number.
Yeah.
So my friend took my number and go and ask lah. So that's why he looked at it. He says, for good wealth, he just said good wealth lah. I need to change the last digit to a 7 or to a 5.
Well, very, very good. They more or less say the right thing. Of course, other than that, there are also other things. So if you are in a profession specialist, then you need some leadership numbers. And then you also need some creativity. So what you lack is some creativity. Creativity is actually the 五鬼, the 5 goals. Yeah. So you can just change a bit, but of course, change totally might be a more comprehensive, more comprehensive. So people who sell crystals, they more or less also know this. But our company is basically one stop. Basically, we read the 八字, we change the number, we also conduct training. Then we also look for the numbers in the telco and do the final selection. So it's a complete thing and not just tell you change one. So if they ask you change the last digit, you go to the telco, you find that it's very difficult to do that, huh?
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to find out.
Maybe it is not possible because the number could be taken. And so the other thing is also that the telco only gives you 10 or 20 numbers to choose from in a day. The telco don't let people go there and choose number because cannot make money. Anything cannot make money, they don't like. Yeah? You go there, I want to get the latest iPhone 14. They like it, they'll smile at you. Because I want to change one digit, you're not buying any phone, so they can't make money from you, right? So there are how many telcos in Singapore? Four. And then you go and look at the numbers. So it's quite a challenge to really go and find these. It's not that easy. Huh? Many things is easy in theory, in practice is difficult because to find these 968 something, and then plus a behind, then only the last digit change is really very challenging. Maybe teacher Lee may know better.
In fact, a lot of new numbers don't start with 9 anymore. So a lot of new numbers all start with 8.
In a way, of course, different telco will start differently. For example, in this batch, maybe in this batch, for example, for StarHub, will start 8. But then if you go to M1, actually, you still have the 9. And then you have the virtual operators. Virtual operators like Red One start with 8 only, right? And then other virtual operators start with 9. So if you go to enough operators, basically you can get more choices. But then this thing very time consuming. So of course, 0 at the end, what it means. So it could mean it can mean busy for nothing. Okay, it can also mean some disputes, that kind of things. It can also mean some illness, that kind of things. It can mean accidents.
I was told that the 0 at my end means that my money always end on a 0. So that's why they asked me to.
Okay, that's true if just looking at this number. However, life, what you're born with is another thing. What you're born with, whether when you're born the time, are you born with some money or not? That's also another point, right? So what I mean that if you are, let's say you are the Quek Ling Bing family, the Quek family, Hong Leong group, and you got 3 zeros at the end, you will still be a rich man. So when someone says you have 1 0 at the end, then you'll be poor, that's only true if all things being equal, right? So how you are born is important. For example, you have very nice feng shui, good looks, everything very good, but you're born in Pakistan or you're born in Afghanistan, right? Or the Stan country, then no matter how, you could be poorer than the poorest person in Singapore, right? So normally when we talk it's all things being equal, we only look at one thing, right? Of course, life, you look at many things, like how you're born, and then your environment and your cultivation, your behavior, everything. But today we just look at mobile number. We are assuming that all things being equal, and then you're a normal person. So a normal person, you're not born in a rich family. A normal person having 0, then it's not so good. But then maybe you're a normal person, maybe you can know a rich person. Then maybe then it's not a problem. So anyway, I think your question to maybe teacher Lee would be best to able to get the number for you based on your past. But now from the analysis, it just looks like this number as a whole. The major bad thing is basically the ending. Basically the ending. Looks like the other parts are quite okay as a whole. You can say this number is very easy to analyze also. Okay, so I move on to the next analysis. Next one is Gabriel. So it's a Malaysian number. So so the first 2 operators code I don't say but behind here is all the. So interesting. It has it has 2 5, and then 5 and 1 means leadership. 0 inside means leadership, not easy to manifest. It actually means that. So and then you have the 1054. So it's actually 1054 is actually the 生气14 with 0 and 5 inside. Huh? So it actually means that friends become your saboteurs. Huh? They become your 小人. Huh? So ending is 3, 5 goals. Right? 5 goals. Huh? How come? Huh? 4, 2, 2, 4, and then 4, 2. Right? So ending with 3, 5 goals is not so good. It can mean things disappear fast. It can also mean non-stop changing, a lot of changing here and there. And then, of course, it can also mean a lot of overseas things. It can also mean money hard to retain. So I don't know, so far for Gabriel, how is this analysis so far? Gabriel, are you married or are you single? Married, married, huh? So the 5 goals can also mean like changes, in career, in marriage, and other things as well. So it means actually not so stable. So all in all, this number, if you are investment banking, it basically there's a lack of leadership thing, and then those special skills, skills things, and then 0 is actually no good as a whole. And then having the 1054 no ending. So as a whole, this is not a good number. So as compared to Jude, this number has a lot of difference. So Jude is considered as 美中不足了, So whereas this one is actually nothing good inside this number. So Gabriel, I don't know. So Gabriel, got any comments so far based on the analysis?
No, your analysis is pretty good. Okay, so
okay,
I understand the science. I see the value. Okay, it's just whether now I'm able to do this at this time.
Okay, thank you. So of course, from the health, because Gabriel is very young, so we analyze numbers. We are assuming you are going to use the number for the rest of your life. So negative energy when you're young, of course, they can't have much impact. But 5 goals can mean actually some sudden or something unknown illness, that kind of thing, we call it. So generally, in terms of health, is some uncertain things happen, unseen. So no symptoms, that kind. So generally no good. So of course, I will prefer Gabriel to change a nice number. I think Jean will help you, Jean, and then in Malaysia, we change for quite many people already. So Malaysia usually need to go through an agent because the numbers are bought by agents. They need to sign contract with agents. Singapore is simpler. Malaysia, there are many telcos, so there are much more numbers to choose from. Okay, so this is the analysis. So the next one, Stewart need an analysis or not? I don't know whether Stewart need or not. If need, you let me know. I've already finished the 2 persons already, so I'm not sure whether let me see whether there's any message coming regarding okay, looks like don't have. Okay, never mind. So in that sense, I suppose Stewart must be introduced by Wei Li. Wei Li. Anyway, if you want us to analyze the numbers, just let us know. We'll do for you. If finished already, then if anybody got any car plate number want to analyze, also can just say out, right?
Andy, the car plate has to be the car that you own, right? If I lease the car one, then it doesn't matter.
Oh, actually, the usage more important. If you use it, whether you own it or not, it's not important. Like the bus driver, he used the bus, right? The bus is owned by the bus company, right? So he used the bus, he's affected by the bus.
Oh, okay.
What's
I just went into Circle Life. I'm not sure you all can see or not. I got a whole listing of numbers here.
Yeah.
So in your opinion, if I had to ask you
Wow,
now,
this one, this one only can ask Teacher Lee.
for me to ask you
Because
now,
Teacher Lee will have to read your 八字, maybe kind of so. Okay, so maybe later on I create a 3-person group chat, huh? You, me, and Teacher Lee inside, and then you can ask a certain question, huh? And then we will try to answer your question, huh? Based on those, huh?
Thank you.
When you have some numbers and actually to choose from them, it's actually quite challenging. Because Teacher Lee normally work from ground zero. She will design based on 八字 and also look at your situation, what are your goals, and then from here she determine what elements you need, and then she will look for such elements in the telco numbers. So now is doing the other way around. It's a bit more challenging. Yeah? Okay, so anyway, I think I finished already. So let's move on. Today is a working day. So let's try to keep the seminar short. So what are those auspicious numbers? We take a clue from some companies like Alibaba, realize that their year of establishment 1999 simply means a leader for a very long time and also got stability. But it can also mean lack of innovation. 999 can mean very reactive. So in that sense, they're reactive as compared to Shopee, right? Shopee now is actually #1 in Southeast Asia. As for the website, this also means making a lot of money. Look at the IPO dates and prices, they're all designed to make money. So you look at them, actually, they are actually well-designed numbers. That's why they're able to create the rich people. For the Wanda Group, it's very good, except they got 2 zeros inside, so that can mean the money gone. So indeed, they are gone and they are in debt of 400 billion yen. So pricing, if you have a nice number, able to sell faster and easier, especially in Taobao, right? Yeah, exact same clothing, different people selling. Sometimes more expensive will sell more because it attracts better eyeballs, right? You can say it's only 1 yen difference, but how do you explain 49, 16% higher than 38, selling 10 times more? Because 38 is actually unhappy number, so they attract the unhappy viewers. That's why the choosy ones, that's why they sell so much. If you want a lot of benefactors, this is a car number. And for this Pony Ma, when he set up his company in 1998, he went to Hong Kong to raise funds, and this is the car plate. Now he's 52 years old. Last time 28 only. This one attracted him big and powerful benefactors. For Jack Ma, this also means a leader making good money. Definitely he's a leader for Jack Ma, right? Chairman Mao was given this number, which also means 31772. That also means open mouth and make money. So he opened his mouth very big and attracted not too big money, but still continuous money. So it's the main country attracted is actually the formalization of ties with USA back in 1972. For Deng Xiaoping, when he was new, you can look at his face, quite young, right? He was given this car plate number to show everyone he's a leader, because at the time his leadership not that firm yet. And this is the current presidency number. And you can see 1945 simply means a leader making good money continuously. So indeed, he's going to be re-elected for the 3rd term in 2 weeks' time, 16th of October. So we look at numbers and maybe you can pick some winners in the Singapore Straits Times Index. And this, just look at the stock code, look at anything, more or less you can identify a winner. A winner meaning that this share went up by 30% as compared to, let's say, last year, this period. I mean, not this period, sorry. It has to be last year, August. I know recently dropped a lot, but dropped a lot. This share still went up at least 30%. What am I talking about? I'm talking about C31 Capital Land. Restructured capital land investment, and the share price up from 280 to 360. So much so that actually having good numbers is also used by corporate in their mergers and acquisition. Mapletree Commercial Trust took over Mapletree North Asia Commercial Trust at the offer price of 1.1949. This also means a leader making good money continuously. So indeed, the people say that numbers have energy and they get to create results. This is unbreakable. It's always there, whether you know or do not know. So for people that believe, otherwise you won't be here, right? And a good number is one that preferably matches your 八字, so you're able to get something that complements your weakness. And then we have seen so many cases that people do this and then they're able to make many times more money back. So for us, if you want to turn, life has two elements. We have the fate and destiny. Fate is Ming, destiny is Yun, right? So we cannot change the fate, but we can change the destiny. Anthony Robbins said, dig with destiny. He asked you to change the fate, the destiny with him. So fate is what you're born with. You cannot change, but you can change your destiny. For example, your mobile numbers, right? You cannot change your 八字, but from the mobile number, you can actually complement your 八字. So people say that this is one of the fastest and easiest way to turn our life around. You can try other ways like changing your looks, feng shui, go for education, go for many things. But those things usually take a longer time and it's quite costly also. So change already is a brand new start. And people always ask, how soon can I see changes? It can be 1 week, 1 month, 1 day. It can also be before you actually get your new number. So this lady, she see benefits, actual benefit 2 weeks before she get her new number. 10 days before, right? It's possible because the moment you decide to change your mobile number, you submit the form and payment, basically you start the motion of energy already. And we have changed since 21/8, changed for more than 4,000 people in Singapore, Malaysia, Taiwan, China, Australia, New Zealand, and many places actually. And even this country in Mauritius in Africa. There's also this European country called Luxembourg. This lady came to our Zoom seminar and asked me to analyze her number and her daughter's number. I said, both are no good. In the end, she said, yeah, just change for me both, right? And then she said that it has been good results ever since then. This gentleman in Taiwan already changed his number, but claimed to have no breakthrough. He's not talking about change, he's talking about breakthrough. Breakthrough is not the same as change. And so he consulted us, so we asked him to change, and he changed one more time, and able to achieve 1 million, I don't know what is income, commission income, Taiwan dollars, within 1 month. Next is Belen. There you go.
Budding entrepreneur in the beauty and wellness industry. So yeah, previously I chanced upon Andy's Facebook post. I was a little bit skeptical, but out of curiosity, I just have him analyze my old mobile number. And to my surprise, it was pretty accurate, especially the part about my previous platform. So I worked very hard, but the platform was not bringing me any career success, because I could not unleash my full potential of my leadership and my skills. And then hence it brought me no wealth, no career success, and then even my marriage was affected. So I decided to go down to listen to the talk done by 2 teachers, an NTU MBA holder and also a chartered accountant. Then I realized, numbers have energy also. And they actually are all based on scientific experiments and the law of large numbers and statistics. So okay, I was pretty convinced, and so when teacher advised that I to change the mobile number, I did. And then I realized, okay, within a month, I changed my platform. My income rose by 3-fold, and then I even during the circuit breaker period, my income rose. And I also noticed my health started to get better. I fell sick less often. My complexion improved. My sensitive skin and nose got better. And also because I generally have more positive energy, this number is bringing me a big network of friends, very positive people in my new platform, and also a lot of very big and powerful benefactors. And of course, my marriage started to have more laughter, more happiness, and I realized my life is starting to be more abundant with joy and bliss. And now I can even bring this and spread it to my family and friends and society at large. And I can really empower more people to change their lives. So it's really quite amazing what this small change can do to you.
A small change can do wonders, right? Next is this Gordon. He was having some depression because the son suddenly diagnosed with cancer, and he still managed to change his number, and within 1 month he's closed a big deal and earned 100,000. So this is one of the more drastic, from 0 to 100,000 within 1 month. And next is William.
Great day, friends. William is the name, and cultivating of human potential is actually my game. Well, before changing my phone numbers and so on, which I didn't know that there's so much of negative energy in my old numbers, which causes a lot of unfortunate things as well, things like accident and so on and so forth. So after changing the new numbers and so on, things are getting so much better because I'm getting a lot of calls from overseas to do training for them, as well as a lot of calls for partnership to actually collaborate and work together. So basically, if you say that you don't believe it, then you better think about it twice, because it doesn't mean that it's not there, it doesn't happen. It may happen. So always prevent than to find cures at the end of it. Get yourself into something good, change it for a reason, change it for a better life, so that you can experience a better life as well. Who knows? One day you may have what I have. Lots of call, lots of opportunity coming after change. Great day, friends.
Okay, so next is Jack Lee, property agent.
I'm a property agent. As you know, phone number is very important to
Changes
us.
very fast.
So I felt there's a lot of missing here. I'm a property.
For myself, I changed my number more than 3.5 years, and this was my old number, and yeah, it has a 0, not so good, right? And then I've been getting good results since then, right? For Vince, she saw teacher this message and straight away she get results, so have not even got her number yet. This gentleman last time run events may not make money, and now he's able on some days to make 10,000 a day. This one has lawsuit, and he consulted Teacher Lee. Teacher Lee asked him change number first, and he changed already, and indeed he really won the lawsuits. This one winning 4Ds. There are people who after changing mobile number win very good 4Ds with us. This is a feng shui master, and after changing the number, he's able to receive money immediately from Malaysia. For Paxson,
my name is Paxson. I get to know one of my friends who share with me regarding my handphone number, and I have changed to a new number 2 months already. Things is getting better for me. I'm getting bigger order, and after I get the order, I have the opportunity to keep the money. Thank you very much, Andy.
Who can keep the money, not just earn the money. So this one is relationship with the wife improved a lot after changing his number. And this one is a cancer patient. She said that after 2 years, she has full recovery from 4 cancers, and even show us doctor's letter. It's unbelievable, but it's true. And this gentleman did some business and make 1.5 million cashes order. So we got a lot of testimonials. In fact, we have more than 222 written testimonials. These are just some of them only, right? The key thing is that the party reading is very accurate. That's why when you change a number, complement the party, so there's immediate changes. And we also have a party report, right? That you actually can map out your entire life. We also help you to open the new bank account that helps you to attract money, and give you the new bank password that helps you to retain money, and help you find the right benefactors. For the mobile number, we would, whether in Singapore or Malaysia, we will design and search for the numbers under the telco, and once we found the fit, we will book it on your behalf. So you just need to wait for us to go and activate your number. You do not need to go and search. And then we also have the party report that tells you what trade you are most suitable to be in, what kind of food, what kind of color, and also accessories. Plus, we also have the monthly, we have the card reading surveys. You can actually consult Teacher Lee. She will use the cards to answer your questions regarding whatever issues you have. So this is the full 30 services we have, not just change mobile number, bank password, plus also the party report, plus a whole load of other services. So if there's such a service, give us good health, good wealth, good benefactors, good career, good business, family, and a happy persona. If such a service can give you so many things, what's the value?
Priceless.
Yeah, priceless. I think for many people, just improved health alone is priceless. So of course, you can take you can now buy the latest iPhone 14 or Samsung Galaxy Fold 4, right? 2,000 plus. But why not invest in yourself at 2,000 plus? You can change your entire life. And then we have also 3 freebies. You're able to attend the 2 days basic class without paying, and can also go to the intermediate class. The intermediate class will be in November. So these 2 classes alone is 1,007. After you change your number, you update your friends. Your friends will be very curious why you change your number. So let your friends know the benefits, because last time number no good, and your friends also come on board. The company will refund you 40% of what your friend paid. So in other words, if you refer 2.5 people, you get back all your money. This is the referral scheme, the affiliate scheme that we have. It's called a partner sharing model, right? Basically, we share with our customers. Basically, they actually do earn when they actually share with more people. So instead of taking 100%, we don't take 100%. So 2,499 is for the list of 13 services. And for people that just want to change a mobile number, don't need so many, because they will say, I just want to turn my life around, so I just want more money. So you can opt for package C, which is 949. So this one comes with 2 services, mobile number and bank password. Ringgit is 2,949. Ringgit is only for Malaysia. Singapore people cannot choose Ringgit to pay by Ringgit. And then you're able to get 2 freebies. First, you're able to refer, and then you get 15%. If you refer your family members, you can get a discount, direct discount off the fees of 15%. And then now it's 3:20. If you make payment by 6 p.m., that's more than 2 hours. You're able to get the crystal bracelet that we sell in the shop at $68. So the 2 freebies are very valuable. So 2 packages, either 2,949 or 949. Very simple, right? So 949 used for entire life, and this can turn your life around. Why not, right? And then submit the form with the information, and payments you can always do online. You can also come down to the shop. This is the address. We are open until 7 p.m. today, and then every day except Sunday. So you can also, for Malaysia, you also can use credit card by using PayPal. You don't need to come swipe any card. By using PayPal, you can use credit card. Just that for credit card payment, Singapore, Malaysia, there is a 3.5% processing fee. If you want to use, then you need to add to the